Hello, welcome back. So today is a clothing haul, because all I have been doing with my eBay is listing Lego. So I've got masses and masses of clothes. This may even be 2 videos because I don't know. There must be some coats in here, which is why it's making it look like a mountain of stuff. But I really actually don't remember getting half of this because I wasn't sourcing. So the fact that I've been getting like 1 or 2 items, when I've been in the charity shop, and then I've amassed stuff over a month, which is this amount. There's washing in here as well, stain removal that I've been doing. So many things with pit stains, which is driving me up the wall. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump into it. I really don't know where I'm going to begin with all of this, because I just need to get a load of it listed. That is my plans. I'll talk about my plans at the end. Anyway, right, so what have we got here? I've got this t-shirt here. This appears to not have a pit stain on it. It's bound to have a mark on it somewhere. It has got the care label removed because this is Lululemon. It's got the logo on the back, but that's all it's got, because it's got that snaking long tag on it. They've obviously removed it, so that doesn't help. But anyway, I think I'll get 20 for that. Right, there should be a whole load of coats here, so I am going to check what's going on with these coats, because I feel like most of them have probably got splits on the armpit lining. I know that at least one of them has, so I need to get that put aside. This is Bowden, size 12. It's velvet, and it appears that it hasn't got damaged lining. Let's button it so we can actually see what it looks like. I've paid £4 for this. I've paid £2 for that t-shirt. This is absolutely covered in fluff. It's got a stain on it. That's annoying. Oh, I've just had a big clean up this morning because I didn't want to do anything else other than clean up. Do not machine wash. Yeah, it's got a bit of a white mark on the back, so I'm going to have to try and sponge that out. But anyway, that's a good buy. I don't know how much Bowden coats are going for. Some of the Bowden stuff, I mean, so I've managed to get 40 quid for a Bowden dress over the summer. And some of my Bowden stuff I have actually got decent money from. So that should go well, because obviously it's the right time of the year. I've sold a load of my coats because I have all my seasonal stuff listed all year round. And a load of the jumpers and the coats started selling quite quickly. Just suddenly started selling when we had like an immediate change in the weather. All those people who look forward to this madness. And I say madness because it is madness. Is this inside out? Lord only knows. Oh God. I don't know what this is. I don't know what it is or where it starts. It feels like it's gone inside out. How has this happened? Where's the top of this dress? I know that this is a dress because this is quite a recent pickup. It's inside out. How has that happened? I don't live in a volatile environment where things can go inside out. I don't know what happened then. So, I mean, naturally you can see that this is quite layered. It's got butterflies on it. It is Joe Brown's. It kind of fits in with my theory with Joe Brown's. I don't like picking up anything that's size 14 and under, because it won't sell. And if it's not asymmetrical, it won't sell. But this is quite layered, and it fits in with now. Seasonally, long sleeve, bit gothy, and size 18. And it's got decent darts in it. I'm thinking that I can get maybe 30 for that. Usually when I get the larger sizes, and the thing is this is in the like 20s as in sizing, I usually get around the 30 region for Joe Brown's. So happy with that. I have another dress here by Marge, however you say it. So the big sequined one that I had from that brand, I sold that for 50 quid. I was quite taken aback that I managed to sell it for that. But there you go. This I've bought for £4. It's very pleated, but I've got to do some repairs on it because I have no idea. I mean, some people are just not skilled in life, are they? The basics in life, and they think that sewing is difficult. So as you can see, it's got like a nice matching thread on the ornate buttons that are all the way through, but then one of the buttons has come off. I mean, thank God it's here, but somebody's sewn it on like I don't even know what that is. I mean, that's just weird. So that can go on the sewing pile. Maybe I can get the 40 mark again for that. Don't know. I have a fair amount of jeans here, men's and women's. These have been washed and appear to have found all of the fuzz from my washing machine. What on earth did I wash it in? They look terrible. This had a terrible mark on the back of it. So I've washed it, but it now looks like it needs defuzzing. So this is Carhartt. What is it? The medley pant, size 30, but quite a short leg. It's got some corduroy pocket patches, so that should be good. I'm annoyed about that. I mean, my washing machine, it does some funny stuff in life, and they still feel damp. They do still feel damp, but never mind. That will sort itself out. At least they've been washed. So much of this just looks like it's picked up dirt. I have got a pair of Miss 60 jeans. Naturally, they're like super small. I mean, maybe they've been shrunk a little. I've washed these, so maybe I've done a bit of the shrinking. But they were very titchy anyway, and they felt a bit rigid anyway, and they still feel a bit rigid. But it's got a chain detail, all the logo details, but they're very much like size 6 to 8. It probably is 8. It feels like such a long time ago when I was a size 8 that everything just feels really small when you get these things. I wonder if there's supposed to be another chain on this, because that's got a loop on it there, but then there's no other zip. Don't know. Anyway, Miss 60. So rare to find Miss 60. Stylish radios. It's nothing like to write home about, because I know that style name probably hasn't got anything going for it, and like I say, they're small size. It's probably only going to be a £25 job. I think Vinted has killed the prices of clothes. I have picked these up. I remember picking these up from Bernardo's. Oh, this has got a mark on it. But I feel like these are dry clean only. These are vintage. And this is the first time I've ever found this brand. And I was so, like, I just felt like it was fake or something. Size 36. So that's a size, come on, pull yourself together. It's a size 8. It feels like there's a button missing on the back pocket, because obviously I've got a button loop. So the brand for these is Agnes B. I'm always catfished by so many things which have that sort of like font and stuff called Agnes, because I know that I've come back with something called Agnes something or other and it was wrong. but that's it. I know I searched it and I searched it, and it is the correct Agnes B. But these are very, very, so that I was just a bit reluctant because they just didn't look all that right. I don't know what E means. They have got a care label, which does say I can put them in the washing machine. But again, it's a very old label, and everything is in French. And it's got like a really raw hem. Well, it's a finished hem, but it's rustic, I suppose the word is. So I don't know. I've never picked this brand up. I've never found this brand. But it seems like it's got everything it needs to have. Mistral, it says. And then there's a mark on the back here, so I've now got to wash this. I feel like maybe I have already washed these, or maybe I haven't. See, I've been picking bits up and then sort of like putting them to one side. So we've got a sewing pile. I'll put the washing pile there. This feels like this needs a wash. It's just looking at me in a dirty way. It doesn't smell dirty. It's all fluffy again. It's the trouble with second-hand clothes though, and it's like that. I've just done all this cleaning and then I put all this on the floor because obviously I want to process it on a clean surface. But then I was sort of like looking at it and I was just like, yikes. All of that second-hand clothing sat in the middle of my living area ain't a great thing. So this has got fluff all over it, but it is a All Saints, I want to say raincoat, but what's the point in a raincoat without a top, a mark on it? Right, so that is an older label. I've done a lot of research into All Saints because I have got a 1990s blouse in my shop at the minute, which I've put on for £100 because it's like a Victorian, like steampunk style blouse, very unique. Not seen one like it. It's got a very plain All Saints label, but that means that it's late 90s. This is early 2000s, this label, and it's before they started calling things names, I believe. Has somebody gone and sell it? Oh no, this is annoying. This has obviously been the property of some wretched cyclist who's put reflective tape inside it. Is it supposed to have reflective tape inside it? I feel not. I feel not. This feels very sticky. I'm going to investigate further. Okay, I've undone it and I've had an investigation, and I think it is supposed to be there. That's why these seem to be on the seams. I thought it was just like reflective tape that cyclists put on things, but it seems to be machine finished, obviously to like waterproof it slightly. Can't find a care label on it at all. I think I'm going to have to wash it because in the process of trying to find a care label, I realised that somebody's tissue has exploded in the pocket, so that needs attention. So that's going to go over there. Right, this needs attention. God. This is a Hobbs jumper. This has already been in the wash because it had food all down the front of it. Lovely. Lots and lots of food all down the front of it. And now it needs a debobble. So that's the debobble. Medium. I don't think I've shrunk it. I mean, it definitely needed a wash because obviously it had literally had dinner down it, but I know that it's cashmere and something else. Wool and cashmere, 10% cashmere. So that's a debobble. I didn't think I had quite so much to do, piles. But evidently I do. Unless I sort through these clothes, I have no way of knowing. Right, this skirt. It's quite good light today and everything just looks like there's a problem with it, but I don't think that there is. So satin skirt. This is Bay Trading. Bay Trading, guys. It's Bay Trading, not Bay. I really wish that the next generation would stop calling it Bay, but I know that you weren't alive when the shop was around. We all called it Bay Trading because that's what the shop was called. Anyway, Bay Trading. It's one of those things that just it's really starting to annoy me. Stupid things start to annoy me. Right, so yeah, so just a basic skirt. So that's obviously just a £20 job. Where should we put that? We'll put that. Yeah, it doesn't need a mannequin, does it? Nobody's Child. Why am I doing this to myself? I don't know. Nobody's Child. I don't think I'm going to be lucky enough that anybody's going to be worn this. Let's face it, the only person who would have worn it is Holly Willoughby, and nobody likes her anymore for some reason. I mean, she hasn't killed anybody, but I feel like my life is just checking that something has pit stains. I know it's not ivory. Is there pit stains on that? Is there? Don't know. Why I have picked something up that is white. Just stick to floral when it comes to Nobody's Child. I don't even like Nobody's Child. So I don't know why I've picked that up just at a moment where I needed my head testing. I think probably because it was like £3 and I thought it was a really good idea. It's the size 14, so that's okay. It hasn't got pit stains. I see pit stains where there are no pit stains. This I think is quite cool. I mean, that looks like Marimekko, doesn't it? That looks like a print of Marimekko all day long, but it isn't. It's Hobbs. Size 10. So that goes against it. I think some people are trying to get like 50 region for this. I did work out what the dress was called, but now I've completely forgot. I paid £3 for this. So that's why I bought it. It's just a jersey dress. Obviously it'd be better for summer, but I've got so many really nice summery dresses which haven't sold. What are we saying for this? I think realistically it's a £30 dress. I don't think it's going to be any more than that. All of this is a complete mystery to me. I don't know what I've got here. These are super dry. I mean, obviously super dry isn't something to like rush out and buy, but these are Corporal Slim, and that's generally okay. I've sold them before and did okay with them. They're not, oh they are selvage. I didn't know. Usually if there's something going on with something and it's super dry, they'll write all over it, but they haven't said anything. They just said Spirit of Japan. Anyway, these will sell for, I think, around the 30 region. They did last time, but you know, that was ages ago. Yeah, so Corporal Slim. Obviously Slim isn't in, so this is a really stupid idea. I'm thinking of something that happened many years ago and it's not in fashion anymore, but they are selvage, so they may well be more like a £20 if I'm thinking straight. Again, I've picked up another Bay item. I mean, that's quite nice if you're not huge. I think that will go quite well. I'm hoping that I can get 20 for that. Obviously, it's probably going to it's likely to lean towards the 15 region, but that's quite nice for what it is because it's got a nice lace overlay, teal coloured. I heard somebody say that burgundy was the colour that was in, which doesn't make me happy because my phone on my camera doesn't like taking pictures of things that are burgundy. I have no idea why. This was weird because I actually bought this on that weekend that everybody was, maybe that was why, because everybody was sitting on their phones and computers trying to buy Oasis tickets. But I got a Reading t-shirt, so that would have been the weekend that Reading Festival was actually on, I think. Obviously 2002 was yonks ago, but it is a genuine one. It's got the label cut out, but I can see the size I can see just that it's an XL. So if those are things that people want, it probably won't sell until next year. That's a lie. I'll sell it before the end of the year. I usually do, and if I don't, then it will sell in the spring next year. I mean, this is the sort of lineup that I would have gone for. Yeah, there's some good stuff on there. And then, what did I pay for that? I paid £3 for that. It's some of these shops that I go in, they do have quite high prices on things, and then some of the stuff is very unexpected, because it was the same day that I got that Agnes B, and the Agnes B I only paid £3 for, and yet they had other stuff that was up at like the £5 or £6 region, and then I got that for £3. I mean, it was a hard slog that day going through that shop. I've got a Snoopy t-shirt, just a pull and bear, yeah, just a pull and bear, probably a bit small, but that should be an easy 20. I want to say that, but I feel like Snoopy, you have to wait for there's like times when people like Snoopy and then other times when people fall out with Snoopy, but you have to wait until it comes back round again, but it will. This will only make sense once I get it on the mannequin, because I can't work out what is going on, but I think it's like that. There's a zip at the back, it's got a very deep V, and then I think it ties at the back. I've only paid £3 for this. This is East, size 10, and I do believe that this is silk. Yeah, it is silk. But there's so many things that, there's so many silks that you think this is definitely silk, and then it's like, says it's viscose and your head gets blown, but definitely silk. So I've never had a silk East dress. I mean, I've never sold an East dress at any of these outstanding prices that anybody else has, but we will see. Maybe one day I'm going to be surprised and get these prices that other people talk about. Another pair of jeans. What are these? Everything is just such a surprise. When things are sat around for ages, you just don't know what anything is. Right, I've never picked up this brand before. Again, I've paid £3 for these. Catherine Hamnet. I did do research on this, but it's completely spun out of my head. I know that she has something to do with other designers which are good out there. Why is there so much fluff on everything? I don't understand this. I don't have any fur coats in here, but everything is covered in fluff. Like literally, big clumps of fluff is coming off everything, and I've just hoovered. I wish I could like work out where it's come from. It's like I've got a padded jacket or something which is burst open, but I haven't. Let's see. This is very nice denim. This is like very rigid denim, you know. So obviously you'd have to get the right size with her because there's no forgiveness. Size 27. Cotton, cotton, cotton. That's all it seems to say on there. So yeah, I mean, I don't know where. I probably, these are probably only going to be like a 25 quid job. But I think I need to do my research again and try and work out if they actually do sell for anything decent. But it's got a really basic care label in it. And like I say, I know that she's got something to do with some of the bigger designers. I just, for the life of me, can't remember. What is this? This is Rails. I don't know, I've only ever picked up Rails before, and it's a very outlandish men's shirt. It sold very fast. But Rails, nice stretchy waistband, size small. That should do okay, I think, if it was still summer, which it isn't. So I don't know, maybe 30. I'll have to have a good look on this. I feel like my pricing is a bit out of whack with a lot of stuff because I've got a lot of stuff sticking around. This is another vintage piece which I probably should have left alone. But most of the stuff is like, I think this I paid £2 for. So this is a very old Dorothy Perkins label. So I mean, is anybody really going to be going on the internet and searching for Dorothy Perkins? Well, I would, because frankly, every pair of jeans that I've got, and I've gone through all of these magic jeans and super flattering and all of these wonderful like jeans which people say are wonderful wears from Marks and Spencer's and Next, none of which have done me any favours. And frankly, I would just like to purchase a pair of Dorothy Perkins jeans from back in the day that were the right leg length for me, and they're probably just as flattering as all these other ones which are supposedly magic. So, and when I say back in the day, I only mean like early 2000s, late 90s. But we'll see how that goes. I think it's got a lot of stuff going for it because it's embroidered, it's nice, it's Indian cotton. So that should do all right, I think. Right. There's a piece, this is something that's come out of the washing. And I don't know what that's from. I need to find out what this piece of leatherette comes from. I have a hat here. I know I've paid £4 for this, which is probably way too much. But I felt like this was important that I buy this. I have got another Hogs of Fife flat cap that matches the coat that is with it. Apparently you can have a very high head or you can have a very low head, you know, depending on what you're hiding from. So you've got a popper fastener on there. Anyway, this is Harris Tweed, Hogs of Fife. Somebody will want this because there's lots of game that needs shooting because it's winter. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. That needs to go on there. The other reason why why do I pick up hats when I don't have any way of properly photographing them? I don't know. I still have 2 big boxes of stuff here. 2 very big boxes. Oh my god. Where has all this stuff come from? Right, this is going to be a very long video. Right, Jaeger. I'm not one to pick up Jaeger, but this was going in. There's a fault with it somewhere. So it was going into the rag bag. So I paid £1 for it to save it. It's just very bobbly and very gross. So that needs dealing with. But obviously it's like, if it's old Jaeger, you need to do your best to save it. So I need to get the debobbler out, try and work out what's going on with that. Oh, 70% lamb's wool, 20% Angora, and 10% nylon. And old. Maybe it's just bobbled. It's very bobbled. So that will just go on the bobbled pile. I think the arse has fallen out of Jaeger, but this is a very nice vintage piece because it's cut very nice on the side, and you know, people do like a tank top. So what have you got here? Cars. Oh, this has got everything that we need. Cars, cord, not really very wide leg, but it's probably not got a bit, it looks small. Size 12. I'm very, very happy with that. £3 on them. May have even been 2. Everything I get stuff in and I put it straight on my spreadsheet, and then I put it in these massive boxes. And that's what I mean when I say that I've got 2 massive boxes. But this is, these 2 massive boxes that I've got here are also my stain removal stuff, which needs dealing with. and repairs that need dealing with, and I don't know where I am with any of it. Oh, this I've looked this up, and some people have got £100 for this, and I know that there's various versions of this, which is the All Saints parachute dress, but I've looked and I've looked through. It may be that I'll only get a 50 for it, but 50's okay because I've only spent 3. But fabulous, fabulous, nice chunky zip, and this is the older version of it, and I think the care label says that. It's going to take an age to find the care label because it's layered. I don't think it's got a name because I know that when I researched it, I was having to look for the style because there's various different versions. Oh, mine is called the Pilot Melody Dress, and it has got a .com website, so it must only be from the early 2000s. But very happy with that. It doesn't look like much. So there's various versions of this. Mine has got the zip bodice, and it has also got a side zip. So even when I put in the Pilot Melody dress, it comes up with various others. I think that's something that eBay have done, because I have noticed this on eBay, that I've been looking for very, very specific search terms, and it's been just bringing up all sorts of garbage, and then you have to go into advanced settings and say exact words, any order, and click on that for you to actually see what you've typed in, because it's just coming up, it's just giving you anything. Oh, this is all stuff that's been sat around for ages. I do have a lot to go through here, so you'll have to forgive me if this is a bit mindless. I have another one of these, what do you call it, Lululemon tops. It's not as asymmetrical as the other one, but again, it's got the care label removed, so it's only going to be a 15 to 20 jobby. These are stupid things which I bought back for myself. This is stuff for me to do tie-dyeing with, and it's got terrible, these have got terrible pit stains, so and stuff which they aren't necessarily going to put in the shop. I just didn't want to see them, I didn't want to see them dye, but I don't know if I will tie-dye it or not, but this is stuff for tie-dyeing, but tie-dyeing is not for today. What is this? Oh, this has been so long. This stuff has been sat in here for so long. This is You Must Create. So I've got a pair of jeans for You Must Create, YMC. They're not selling because I think they're men's, but the women's wear sells very well. But this is a jumpsuit, and it's linen, and it's sat in that box for ages, so well done, Linda. This is my trouble with not being organised, and this is why this has all got to happen now. Linen and cotton. So it might stick around until next year. It has actually got a stripe in it, but you can't see it. It's like it's like navy and like slightly brown, so it's not the most visible. This I paid £4 for, and this is annoying me because I think this was the first thing that went into this box to dye. So this has got all of this problem, which obviously I can deal with. It's just I haven't dealt with it, and I think I should have just dealt with it a bit faster. So it's not just a split on the seam, it's like an actual tear deep within the sleeve, so I've got to repair that. But it is a Hobbs puffer jacket, padded jacket. It's not a puffer jacket, it's not puffing to anything. I don't know why I'm zipping this up, because I've got to unzip it again, but it's got a decent zip on it. It hasn't got a hood on it. It smells clean, but it's probably dirty. So, oh, it's got a lot of nice details on it. So, I mean, it's a good job that it's come to me, because at least I'll save it. What's this? This, yeah, that needs repairing. That needs repairing. That doesn't need repairing. Why is that in here? Oh my God. I've got to have a real dig into this. This is a Sandro jacket. It would have been great for summer. Went into my box to die. I like Sandro. Well, I know I used to like it, but I don't think it sells as well. I had £50 for a jacket in the past, so I'm hoping that I can get at least 40 for that, but maybe a bit. Yeah, I might be a bit enthusiastic. I think all of this in here. Oh, no. Yeah. I just. Yeah. This is the good time to have something like this. So I've got Killstar, they're extra small. Sort of moons and stars or something on there. Can you even see? Yeah, it is moons and stars, like a celestial print. All of the words, which I will forget when I come to listing it. Does anybody really want these leggings? I don't know. Is there going to be another series of Wednesday? I suppose Beetlejuice is out, so that helps. Yeah. £2 for them. Bargain. I think all of this in here is stuff that needs repairing, because I know that there's a really nice jacket in here. Yeah, I've got a really nice jacket in here, and it's got a rip on it. I was worried that it was fake. I found out that it's not fake, and then I think I went to list it. Yeah, McQueen, and it's got a big rip on it. I'm so gutted about this. So it has got a big rip there. Not on the seam. So I am going to try and go in the pocket and pull this down and repair it. I don't know if I'm going to be successful on this. However, that's the state of it. Can I be that clever? Can I be that clever? Right, so all of this in here is stuff which I should have dealt with donkey's years ago. So I don't need to show you any of that, because all of that is not going anywhere. I think all of this is stuff to list. I have a lot of stain removal here, and I have stuff which, these have all been stain removed. These are all very pit stained. So these are for my tie-dye project. This has got a massive hole in it. Yeah, it's got a hole in it. I need to see if I can deal with that. I can't even remember where the hole is. I just know that when I find it, it's very annoyingly massive. And then I've washed it in my washing machine. And I think the thing is that I'd put it in my washing machine, a whole load of these, all whites, to treat them. And I'd just done a drum wash. So I'd cleaned the machine. And then I think in the process of cleaning it, it decided that cleaning didn't involve actually taking the scum out. It had just left a load of the scum in the rim of the machine. And then, of course, all of these white garments have been picked up bits from my damn it washing machine. So I've now got bits, stupid little like grimy marks on it from my flipping washing machine. Having tried to like whiten it up, I've like added new marks to it. So you can imagine how thrilled I was that day. I have another thing which has come off some garment. Yeah, there's a lot of there's stuff in here which I really want to save. Is that's part of this haul. I have these two things which I definitely want to save. What's that? That's part of this haul. That could be part of this haul. That I've shown in a previous haul. It's just that is on stain removal as well. So those two things are on stain removal. Oh, these are possibly part of this haul. Right, so these two garments here, I processed this bag at work. Oh my God. Everything in the bag had cats on it. And it also had cat hair on it. And it also had the most invincible pit stains that you've ever seen. So most of it went into the bags for recycling because it was bad. So I'm going to show you. I mean, this has had 2 pit stain removals already. And when I say that, it's just had the vanish on it. Can you see how yellow that is? So, look, I mean, my God, what do people eat? And this person, it's like you would think, well, maybe this is just some really fat, crazy cat person. These are all size 10. You can't see how bad that is, but it's literally orange juice yellow. These may well be with me next summer because this was at the end of August and we haven't had any sunny days. In order for me to get rid of these pit stains, I need to do salt lemon juice and sit out in really beating down sunshine, you know. Or should I just go on like take all my wipes with me to like a summer holiday destination just to do some pit stain removal? You must be able to see how bad that is. Let me show you the other one. It's so bad. It's so bad, isn't it? Right, so the reason that I've got these two, this one's one of the less rarer ones. So this is Kath Kidston. And then I've got this one as well, which is less white than that. So the pit stains are less noticeable, but they're still there. And like I say, I've already done 2 rounds on this. So you would hope that it'd come out. Actually, I think this one might be okay because it's kind of ivory. It's just the fact that it's there and I'd like to get rid of it. So this is the rare one. This one is upward, you get up at £30 at the maximum, I think. So I mean, this is at least a £20 sale for me if I can get this looking reasonable. I think it actually does look quite reasonable. It's just, you know, when something's there, you just want to give it some justice. Yeah, I think I may have done quite well on that one. I think it's just because it's ivory that I haven't noticed it. Anyway, it has got a damage to it, so that's got to go on the sewing pile anyway. The fact that I've got to sew the area where the pit stain is. Yeah, look at it. So I think that one is going to be going on the back burner for next year because, you know, realistically, I've got to wait until next year. I want to do tie-dyeing with that. They're just all basic t-shirts, they are. This one's got pit stains as well. But that's textured, so I don't know how well tie-dyeing will do with that, but they were all going to be thrown away, so I just couldn't see it happen. Right, what have we got here? I don't, these things have possibly already been in a haul video, but never mind, I need to get them processed. Yeah, so a denim dress by Hobbs. I don't even sell Hobbs that well. I'm always aware that it's like a very expensive brand, but it's just like one of them. This is linen as well, isn't it? I mean, I've completely missed the boat. I say that, but I sell stuff like this all year long. The tag is washed out, so I'm gonna have to read it in a different language. Let's just say it's linen. We know this is linen because we know what linen looks like. Size 10. Size 10 dress that would have sold very well over the summer, but has sat in my box. Another summer-based top. I've only paid £2 for this. I've only paid £3 for the dress. £2 for that. Cars, striped top. They usually do quite well for me. They haven't recently, so I don't even know what I was thinking. I've got a Bowden top here. Again, very summery. But I suppose spring will swing round. I mean, winter is certainly like snuck up upon me and not to annoy me. There's 100% linen. People will shop for their winter sun holidays, she says. Let's get rid of the box. I need to work out what I'm doing and what I'm not doing. I seem to have some. These I bought for myself. So there's the argument against me not getting Dorothy Perkins. It's nothing to do with Marks and Spencer's jeans not fitting. It's nothing to do with Dorothy Perkins jeans not fitting. It's to do with me being bigger. So the only thing that I need to do is sort out an exercise routine that'll work for me and get rid of it. I mean, I can't. So today's lunch has been like a random lunch because obviously I'm a food waste queen. So today for lunch, I ate. I can't even think what they're called because it's not something that I would ever go and buy. But it was a chocolate flaky pastry type thing, which was in my bag yesterday that I got from Waitrose because I worked yesterday and I got a bag from Waitrose, so I had that. And then I had yoghurt. Just the yoghurt's not a bad thing. But then I had a shoe bun last night and I've got another shoe bun. But I've obviously got to eat steak's cream. I've got to eat it. But then we've got lean chicken. So, you know, it's and I had vegetarian burgers last night, but they're very fatty, aren't they? Anyway, these are, can you see how glittery these are? I really, really wanted these to fit, but they didn't, you know, so I've got to sell these because I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, they didn't fit me. They didn't fit me, and I am bigger than I think I am. I have a very nice pair of dip-dyed trousers here, and these are Karen Millen. £2. Those were £2. No, they were £3. These were £3 as well. Karen Millen. This is new label. Apparently it was originally £90. They then had to slash it to £45 and then £35, and I paid £3. So hopefully we'll be able to get to 20 to 25 for them. Is the size... These are all size 12. I think I thought I could fit in. I am not a size 12. There's part of me that believes that maybe I still am. Ooh. How is it? I want to know where this fluff is coming from. I thought that was fluff, but it's the hair. Jewels. New with tags. New with tags. Let's see how much they think that this is worth. 60 quid. 60 quid originally for these. Size 10. Stretchy. They have got blue glitter on them from the other trousers that they're near. So that's good, isn't it? Excellent. Oh dear. Right. So hopefully I can get 60 quid for them. Obviously not, like 25. Let's get real. Oh, another pair of jeans. I think these are another pair of Miss 60s. These are called Cheryl Slim Push-Up. Slim is not a thing. People don't like slim, but never mind. What's the chances of getting... I'll always pick up... It's got a nice accent on the pockets that you'll never see. Yeah, I really like Miss 60. At least I can bring Miss 60 to the people who are small enough to fit in it. Maybe 25. No, this is, I mean, I need to look them up. I think I have looked at the Cheryl, and I think I could maybe get 40. The most I think I've ever got from Miss 60 is probably around the 60 region. I've got another tour t-shirt here. Lord only knows what I was thinking. The 1975. I don't know. Again, it's covered in fluff. I don't know what's going on here. I haven't even found the thing that's caused this fluff. So anyway, that'll probably be 15 quid. I've got this sweatshirt, which for some reason is inside out. I think I've washed this because it was filth. Yeah, I've washed it. That's why it's inside out. It had something awful on it. So I've paid 4 for this. And it's that name I can never pronounce, or for that matter, sell for what it sells in House of Fraser. Napajura. Yeah. Is this an XL? No, it's an extra small. So that goes against it as well. But there we go. Hopefully I'll get 25 for that. I have a jumper here. This looks a bit like there's problems with it. Let's have a look. We have got wool and a load of just fabrics that you don't want to see, like polyamide. Polyamide, that sounds like a disease from the 50s. Yeah, so just cause thought it was better than it is, but never mind. So a nice little jumper, which will be 25 quid. And does it need debobbling? Yes, so that needs to go on the debobble pile. This definitely needs to go on the debobble pile. I think this has been washed as well, because I feel like, I mean, I've got to do a very careful job of debobbling and working out where the holes are, because I know that one of these jumpers has got a hole in it. Again, this is Hobbs, and I know one of these, this feels slightly softer than the other Hobbs that I was just swinging around. So this one is merino wool, 90%, and then 10% cashmere. So this one is the slightly better one. The style is nicer as well, because it's got, you know, a little bit of a roll neck and a button on it. So that one should be around the 30 region. But I have a lot of debobbling in my future. This is definitely Joe Brown's. I need to get this on quickly. I mean, I say quickly like it's already November. So this is a nice big top. This is a top. This is definitely a top. So the reason I want to get this on in good time is because it's got poppies, and obviously the poppy appeal is November. That is pretty cool. And I think this is like size 26. Size 28. Nice flattering top as well. A nice flattering top. Somebody's going to love that. Joe Brown's, obviously. There's not many brands that will go up to bigger sizes and actually do them justice, because obviously a larger lady would actually want to wear that. And I think that's why I pick up the larger sizes of Joe Brown's, because they actually make stuff that people would actually want to wear. And I have got a Noki, a little vest, perfect for those summer evenings that didn't really ever transpire. So a Noki, this is new with tags. I've only paid like £3 for this. Somebody's taken the price tag off, but it's nice to have it new with tags. I mean, I had an East, very nice summer top, vest top, that hasn't sold. It's just really difficult out there to try and find people who want to pay for stuff. And then the last thing I've got, which I ummed and ahed about, I remember standing in the shop thinking, do I want this? And then I've come back with it. So this is all beaded, but quite nice beading. And it's an XL, you know, and it's a decent XL, slightly asymmetrical, so flattering. And Frank Usher, it's been donkey since I found Frank Usher, so I think that's Frank Usher enough for it to sell. And that's everything. There are stuff in them, but I think that that's all stuff which just needs repairs and stain removal, so I think that's why it's in those boxes. I honestly thought I'd better empty those boxes. It's possible that I need to make a better decision about what I'm keeping. I need to try and do that stain removal before summer. I can't just like go, oh God, I've got to wait until the next sunny day before I do pit stain removal. There's other ways of pit stain removal. I've tried, I think it was slightly sunny on one of the days, and I think I have had it out in the sun, but not long enough, because it needs to bake on to the point where you think, oh my God, I've made it worse, because obviously you've put the orange juice on it, and the salt, and you've ground it in, and then it looks a lot worse, and you think, oh my God, what have I done? And then you let it dry and you look at it in horror, because it's like, I mean, sometimes I rub the salt and the lemon rind into it, so it looks pretty awful, and then you put it in the washing machine and it comes out perfect. and every time I think I'm like doing the wrong thing. But the other version is white vinegar, so maybe a white vinegar job because the winter months. Anyway, that is everything I've got to do. That's why it's hurting my head that I've got all of this clothing stock which I haven't listed. So I have got a big mammoth prepping. Well, first thing I'm going to do, I think, is repairing. I might do that this afternoon. I think I'm probably going to just try and photograph the jeans, because it's decent light and it's been very rainy, but it's also really windy, so it seems to have like blown the clouds out of the way, and that bit there is sun. So I'm going to process the jeans and get them done, because that's an easy session for me to do, and then see what else I can get done. So thank you for watching. I will be back again to tell you my progress on this, because I really want to get everything scheduled, because I'm off work next week and I want to do all my tidying jobs next week. So I want to get listed and scheduled for next week so I can do that. So please join me again. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you soon. Goodbye from me, goodbye from frogs. I should probably tell you that there's actually a new frog here. Let me just fetch him over. So I've paid £5 for this guy. He came into the charity shop, and I just thought, well, I can't not come home with this frog. So obviously he's here to stay, but isn't he fab? So this, yeah, he's got his nice celebratory drink here. This is quite a modern Build-A-Bear. So obviously the frog is worth about £20 if you were to resale. The outfit is worth about £10 if you were to resale. And then these accessories that Build-A-Bear have, this is about £4 new, so I think he's quite a bargain really for £5, considering his outfit and his accessory. And obviously I don't have a Build-A-Bear frog, and now I do. So this is Salvatore, sorry, Salvador, because obviously he's from the Mediterranean. I don't know how much if he's made friends with anybody yet, because everybody is just suspicious of him. Why the suspicion? No suspicion. Yay! Can I have a drink, please? I was told you're underage. Well, don't listen to them. There's only pineapple juice in it. I think it's pina colada. Oh. Yes. Yes, so a new frog. And I couldn't leave him. There's more. You're showing us all up, man. Right, anyway, that's enough of that. Thank you for watching. I'll be back again soon with my September sort out progress. Much that it yeah. I have achieved things. It just doesn't feel like I've achieved that much. I am on a dentist waiting list, which is going to take a year for me to get on the list to actually join the dentist. So, you know, there are things that are being ticked off. See you soon. Yeah, goodbye. This is my place. Yeah, see you then, frogs and everybody. See ya.